Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to look at 4 things spotted in Arsenal training. The Gunners have been putting the finishing touches to their preparations for Thursday night's Europa League quarter-final second leg clash with Slavia Prague at the Snowball Stadium. Arsenal have been preparing for their crucial Europa League quarter-final second leg match against Slavia Prague in training at London Colney. The Gunners look to have seized the initiative in the tie when Pepe fired home in the 85th minute of the first leg at the Emirates, only for Thomas Holes to head in an equaliser in the final minutes of stoppage time. That result means MikelArteta's side now have to score in Prague to stand a chance of going through, as they are currently going out on away goals as things stand. The tie is absolutely vital if Arsenal harbour any aspirations of playing European football next season, as even a top 6 finish looks out of their grasp at the minute, with the Gunners 7 points off 6th placed Liverpool with just 7 games to play. With all that in mind, they have been training hard to build on the momentum gathered in their 3-0 win over Sheffield United at Bramall Lane on Sunday. So now we're going to take a look at 4 things I noticed from the final session at London Colney before the team fly out to Prague. So the first thing on the list is Bukayo Saka's new position. Throughout his Arsenal career, Bukayo Saka's versatility has been a massive strength. The England international broke into the side on a regular basis at left back despite coming through the academy as a left winger. He then played a period at left wing back before switching over to right flank after Christmas, and even filling in as a number 10 during the victory at Sheffield United on Sunday. One position the 19-year-old has never played though is in goal, and on the basis of his brief showing in training, that may well be for the best, as the main part of the session finished Bukayo Saka stayed out with Alexandre Lacazette, Thomas Partey and Nicolas Pepe, and he went in goal as the Ivorian perfected his heading on the end of crosses. Watching on in dismay was Bernd Leno, as his outfield teammate failed to stop a single shot before eventually giving up and jumping on Nicolas Pepe's back to celebrate a good finish from the Gunners' record signing. So the next thing on the list is 5 youngsters called up in Arsenal training. Arsenal's Hale End Academy graduates have made quite the impression on the first team this season, and if this training session is anything to go by, it seems like several more are set to come off the conveyor belt very soon. mikel was included in the Premier League squad to face Sheffield United on Sunday, and was also in the Europa League group to face Slavia Prague at the Emirates alongside under-23 left-back Joe Lopez. The pair were joined by under-23 goalkeeper James Hilson and under-18 skipper Alex Kirk, who is a centre-back. The most high-profile of the youngsters to make the step up to senior training though was Folarin Balogun. The 19-year-old is set to sign a deal to extend his contract with the Gunners soon, after previously seeming as though he was going to leave on a free transfer at the end of the season. Speaking in his press conference ahead of the game against Slavia Prague on Thursday, MikelArteta revealed it was now a matter of time of when rather than if the signing was going to be announced. "Yeah, we're going to make it official when it's official and everything is done," he told the press. "As I said before, I've always been very positive that he wants to stay at the club. We want him to stay at the club, so we are very close." So the next thing on the list is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Martin Odegaard miss outs. While the youngsters may have been heavily involved with senior professionals, Martin Odegaard and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang both missing the training session. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was unavailable on Sunday due to illness, while Martin Odegaard is still nursing an ankle injury that has kept him out since the defeat to Liverpool. When asked about the pair in his pre-match press conference ahead of the game against Slavia Prague, MikelArteta admitted their chance of making it depended on how well they came through the training session. "I don't know, we have to see today how they are," he said. "We still have a couple of other ones as well in the last few days, so we will have to see how everyone is today and after training how they react for tomorrow's game. The fact that neither were involved would suggest that they won't be available for selection. This will be a huge blow for the Gunners in what is arguably their biggest game of the season." And the final thing on the list is EMILE Smith-Rowe back in Arsenal training. with Arsenal's injury worries with the likes of Aubameyang, Odegaard all being out of this game and all probably not going to feature versus Slavia Prague, it's only good news that Emile Smith-Rowe is back in training, as the Gunners are heavily dependent on both Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka. And we also saw versus Sheffield United that they had a lack of depth in the number 10 position, and with Smith-Rowe being out and also Odegaard being out, Bukayo Saka had to fill in that position. But Sheffield United and Slavia Prague are not the same level. So hopefully Smith-Rowe will be able to be back in that number 10 position, dictate the play as he always does, has the passion, determination and confidence, and also the commitment to make sure the Gunners win. I think the Gunners will have a good option on their hands, and if MikelArteta plays Emile Smith-Rowe and Saka in the same team, I think we have a good chance versus Slavia Prague, but this is a very crucial match. But in terms of MikelArteta, this is going to be a huge match, and he knows that Arsenal have to win Slavia Prague, as he has also mentioned to the press that he has never thought about this season ending without European football. So he knows that the Champions League football can only come through the Europa League victory and through the Europa League final and getting that Europa League trophy. And he also knows that the only way he can get to European football is by getting into the top 6, and that's the only way you can get into Europa League football, but that's 6 points difference between 6th place team Liverpool and Arsenal. So MikelArteta has a big job on his hands, but he has been confident in his words. He's always positive in what he says. He says and he delivers in his press conferences like he did with the Balogun situation. So you have to wait and see if the Gunners do have the drive, determination and passion to win versus Slavia Prague. And I do really think that the Gunners do have the ability, the passion and drive, because the fact that there are key players being back in the squad, even though Aubameyang and Odegaard are going to be huge blows for the Gunners. We got the Saka back in situation, because even though he was injured versus Sheffield United, he looks fit and ready to play versus Slavia Prague. We got Smith-Rowe back, which is a huge positive for the Gunners, so I think we can win Slavia Prague. But other than that, guys, remain blessed, stay tuned for the next video, and peace.